Sowore Sowore Sowore. He's been on the news recently, not for good reasons.
With it, even Tole Elumelu himself, how does he live his life? He lives his life on the internet. Tole Elumelu is always showing that being spoken about on the internet. Tole Elumelu is the biggest content creator in the billionaire industry. He's always showing off himself. So he's the one who brought himself out to be in the public domain, and he's a public figure. People must talk about the life of public figures. So they cannot be benefiting from the social media space and then try to shut it down by arresting bloggers who talk about that. Foolishness. So I'm sure that the police has gotten the memo, and those guys will be released immediately. We have asked them to release those boys. You know, if Temine Elumelu don't want people to let him shut down his Instagram page, all those childish things he does on Instagram.
The guy just they do more and more. It's almost like I don't know what's going on. It's almost like there's a force. It's almost like there's a force exposing him or something, or trying to make the world see him for who he is. It's just wild. Like, how is he on the news and say what he said about the guy that is obviously forged a medical document claiming somebody has HIV? Does he even understand the gravity of what that is to the mental health of the child, of the girl, and the way her friends will treat her? Does he understand the gravity of the diagnosis of HIV? And to come to think that it's all lies. And people, then you have over almost 3 million people have seen that information. When truth becomes blurred, it does not disappear overnight. It erodes quietly, like a shoreline eaten away by waves no one is paying attention to. At first, it is small, a headline slightly twisted, a clip edited just enough to provoke outrage, a story told with missing pieces. People notice, but they scroll past. It is not that serious, they say. Everyone exaggerates or lying. Then comes the influencer. He's charismatic, loud, trusted. His followers don't just watch him, they believe him. One day he releases a document, a medical report. It is convincing, timed, structured, official looking. In it, he accuses someone, a quiet, ordinary individual, of having a serious diagnosis, dangerous even, that kind that isolates a person overnight. The internet reacts instantly, of course. Sensational news. Outrage spread faster than fast ever could. The victim's names trends. People distance themselves. Opportunity vanishes. Friends go silent. The weight of accusation, even false, becomes heavier than truth. But here is the fracture point though. Evidence begins to surface that the document was forged. Experts questions it. Small voices try to correct the narrative. They are drowned out, not by ignorance, but by something more dangerous: selective morality. A group of activists rises, not to defend truth, but to defend the influencer. They frame him as oppressed, misunderstood, a victim of a larger system. They speak passionate about injustice, about silencing voices, about systemic bias. Their words sound noble, powerful, necessary even, but something is missing. They never address the harm done. They do not speak the victim's name. They do not acknowledge the damage of a false diagnosis, the emotional violence, the reputational destruction. They do not condemn the art. They redirect it. Focus on the bigger picture, they say. Don't tear down one of our own, they argue. This is deeper than one mistake. And just like that, the standard shifts. Truth is no longer the anchor. Loyalty is. Justice is no longer about right and wrong. It is about who is speaking. Accountability becomes optional depending on your influence. The victim fades into the background, carrying consequences they never earned. And society adapts. People learn quickly. They see what is rewarded and what is excused. They understand that power can rewrite narratives, that emotion can outweigh evidence, that if you're loud enough or protected enough, you don't have to be right, you just have to be defended. This is how evil becomes normalized. Not through grand declaration, but through repeated tolerance. Because when we defend wrongdoing in the name of the cause, we don't strengthen the cause, we weaken the very truth it stands for. And the most dangerous part, my friend, everyone thinks they're on the right side. Till one day, they are the victims themselves and discovers that truth, once blurred, is very hard